it has been a long grind, one that you'll have to watch on my live stream because, sorry, I did not really record for a video this time around. But we have every Attack on Titan unit from the update, and we have pretty okay traits on them to showcase. So here are their stats if you're wondering. I think they're pretty good, we got triple S's on a lot of them. But yeah, if you're wondering how to get all these units, I'll kind of go over that briefly here, just in case you're tuning in for the first time for this update. So Reiner, Mikasa, and also Armin, he's not on there right now, but all three of those can be obtained from Banner 3, so make sure you have a bunch of jewels for that. Scout Leader, or Erwin, is going to be from the Titan Rush event, a new boss rush game mode, which is pretty cool. I like it, I like it. And Eren is going to be from the raids here, the new Giants District Raid Act 6, and then you can also get his Evo item from the new Giants District Story, I think it's called. But yeah, every unit from the update here, for Attack on Titan at least, and let's go try them out. I will have timestamps for every unit you're wondering, so yeah. Alright, I think we're ready to try out every unit of the update. So we've got Eren here, and I do have his cosmetic on, it's very nice. But 650 to place, I have already showcased this guy. If you want a more detailed look at him, I probably won't be going over too much in this video. But still, 330k on placement, every 3.01 seconds. He does have bleed, and he is hybrid on placement. Pretty good for overlord and level 1 as well. Again, every unit will be level 1, and then the stats are right here as you can see. But Eren, at upgrade 4, gains double-edged swing. He's doing 4.22 mil every 6.03 seconds, not too bad. For a level 1 once again. He is still a circle AoE. Upgrade 7, he gets attack giant slam, and he is now doing hemorrhage as well. And at 9.18 mil every 5.28 seconds, he does also turn into his attack titan form. It sounds pretty weird in 3x speed, but if we put it on 1x, it is very, very cool actually. I like the little animation he has there, so. And he runs at them and starts punching like that. Pretty cool. But if we max him out here, 12 mil every 5.28 seconds. With 55.3 range. The number did go up, there's 12 point something, 12.4, but he does have the passive attack giant. Every 7 attacks self-buff damage by 15% for 20 seconds, so if you see his damage number going up, that is why. He also has a couple abilities, so I want to replace him real quick to go over that once again. Upgrade 9, he gains Berserk Giant. He's going to self-buff himself by 25% for 100 seconds, and change his stat effect to Sunburn for 100 seconds, so if you pop Berserk Giant here, I don't think there's a special animation for it, but he should now have Sunburn. Doesn't show for some reason. If we max him out, he gains Coordinate Resonance, which is going to pretty much be a summoning thing for the next 30 seconds. Every enemy killed has a 100% chance of being summoned as a Titan, with plus 100% of the enemy's max HP. Pretty good, but I think that's like probably his best thing damage-wise. He's not doing too great, but who knows. Maybe I'm wrong and he's good at max level. Moving on to Armin. Armin is going to be another nature unit, 750 to place. I actually haven't taken a look at this guy yet. On placement, he is ground, doing 177k for 3.87 seconds. He does have a new passive called Weakened, which is going to have a 15% increased chance to receive crit hits when enemies have that on them. Pretty cool. And they receive 10% more critical damage. That is an 8-second ability, or 8-second passive, sorry, with a 35-second cooldown. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna get my Eren back here, sorry. I need to clear that out. But Armin, keep upgrading him here. He is currently ground, 1500 for the next upgrade, 3k for the next one. Pretty cheap so far. Jumping slashes, that has to be hybrid. Yep, there we go. And it is, okay, he's jumping around with the ODM gear and slashing a bit. Still has the weakened passive here, doing 3.36 mil. He's going to keep upgrading here. Descending slashes, upgrade 6, okay. 21.2 mil every 6.96 seconds, 44.9 range. He is still hybrid and a circle AoE. Is there a new animation? Not really. Okay. If we max him out, no ability, but he does have the passive Scout Trio. If Mikasa and Eren are both in range, boost range by 10%, crit damage by 10%, and reduce SPA by 75%. So he's definitely a crit unit. It's also really good that he buffs crit. That's actually pretty cool. And then 25.8 mil every 6.96 seconds. Not too bad for level 1 and only Overlord. But moving on to Mikasa. Mikasa is another nature unit, 600 to place. She's going to be ground on placement. She does have the bleed passive. Let me sell my Armin real quick. The bleed passive, 90.9k damage every 2.97 seconds, 32.4 range, and a cool little effect there. They all have pretty similar effects with their ODM gear, going in and slashing the enemies. If you max her out, or keep upgrading her here, slashing down slam at upgrade 4, doing 3.05 mil, still has bleed and now hybrid. Keep upgrading her here. Oscillating Slash, let's check that effect one more time before I max her out for you guys. Okay, Oscillating Slash, upgrade 7, 10.9 mil every 5.2 seconds, 46.1 range, still hybrid, still bleed, and max upgrade 15.2 mil every 5.2 seconds. Passive is Mutant X Human. If any version of Eren is in range, gain 15% damage, 10% range, and 10% more crit damage. Not too bad. She's going to kind of benefit with having the other units in her range, like Armin. So if you use all three together, that might be pretty solid for nature. Moving on to Reiner, first unit we have here that is not nature. A lot of nature units this update, but Reiner is light. I have already showcased this guy, but we'll take a look at him again. So on placement, he is ground. He costs 2k to place, doing 880k every 7.48 seconds. I do have Avatar on this guy, so he'll be a little bit stronger than my Overlord units I just showed off. But first attack, just a circle AoE, nothing too crazy with the effects there. Upgrade 3, he gains, I think it was Armored Smash, something like that. But 6.07 mil every 6.73 seconds, 39.1 range, and he is now hybrid. Pretty cool. He also has Cripple from placement, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, moving on. Here's Armored Slam. I don't know what the first one was called, but 30.8 mil every 8.98 seconds, 45.6 range, still a circle AoE. Still has Cripple as well. Final upgrade, he's doing 44 mil every 8.98 seconds. Honestly, not bad damage for level 1, but he doesn't have a special passive. He does have an ability though. Armor Protection prevents enemies from reaching/killing base for 30 seconds with a 500-second global cooldown. It's not bad for infinite runs probably, if I were to use it here. He's not going to turn into the attack or armor titan or anything, sadly, but we are going to armor the base here. We are now immortal, which is going to be, I guess, 30 seconds or 10 seconds if you 3xp it on. So not bad for infinite runs probably, but I feel like unnecessary compared to other supports. Overall, kind of mid, but his damage is pretty nice. Moving on to Erwin, the final unit we have here. He's actually not going to do anything. As you can see right here, he doesn't have a damage stat right there. But he is going to have a 19.4 range with 52.5 second SPA, 25% crit chance for whatever reason, and then info on him. Leader's Will. Every 60 seconds, all units in range receive a 15% damage buff and 2.5% range buff for 30 seconds. Now, the thing about this, this damage and somewhat range buff, this is not going to stack with Idle. So Idle, in my opinion, is going to be better because, you know, she has a lower cooldown, I believe, and she's going to buff the range and damage without having to worry about that. If we're to keep upgrading, what's his name? Erwin, for 100k there. Leader's Influence, he gains the ability buff the damage of all units in range by 15% and randomly provides one of the following effects for 30 seconds. Plus 20% range, plus 10% crit chance, or plus 15% crit damage. So we have that on top of Leader's Will. If you max him out, he also gains Final Speech, buffs the damage of all units in range by 100%, and crit rate by 25% for 20 seconds. So as you can see, this guy has the two abilities we mentioned, where he's going to buff the units in range by 15%, and one random buff there for every 30 seconds, or for 30 seconds every 60 seconds global cooldown. And then Final Speech is going to be like an all-out buff, final nuke type of thing. One-time use, global cooldown, 100% buff, and crit rate for 25% for 20 seconds. So he actually has 3 buffing things going on for him. But should you run him for the extra slot compared to just bringing Idle? Not really. I think because it doesn't stack with Idle, he's not very good, because Idle will just be your damage and range buffer, and you don't need to waste the 5k plus the 200k to upgrade him on an extra slot, or I think it might have been even more than 200, but yeah, there's Erwin. Kind of a sad way to end the showcase off. I think he's kind of mid, honestly, but show it off, I guess. Let me move like a unit over here. Let's move my Eren, for example. So Eren, for to max him out in Erwin's range, 12.4 mil, like we saw earlier. But if we use Leader's Influence, we have 14.2 mil. I think that's going to be from Erwin. 16.1 actually with his passive. 18. It's going up, it's going up. Final Speech. He gets his damage doubled. He's up to like 30 mil now. And going back down with the passives, going away and stuff. But yeah, it's a pretty good buff, honestly, which is not good compared to like running Idle instead. But there is every unit from the Attack on Titan update. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know this video is kind of different from like a normal grinding video, but I wanted to get this out, and I still need to go to bed because they did decide to drop this update on a school night. I don't know why ALS always does this to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the units in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day.